All right, I'm live. This is a full-blown kind of test of everything that's going down. So, I have not streamed at this quality ever because my internet quality has never been quite this good. But everything has changed. I don't expect anyone to be watching because I didn't advertise this at all. But I'm just kind of checking the audio levels, and then we're going to do a little breakdown of USA versus Belgium, why they lost. But yeah, I mean, now that I have quality internet connection, I can stream at will, and I've been considering streaming, like playing PS2 and stuff. But right now, basically, the setup is that I have monitor right in front of me here. Then I have OBS over here to the right. I have some familiarity with OBS, but just as an example, we can try. Before we start talking about USA Belgium, I see that no one's here. We can play a game of chess online. I'm curious to see how that would go. So let's see if I fire that up. All right. We're gonna click on this button here. All right. This guy wants a 3-minute game. Let's see. Just playing some chess online. Let's see how this goes. See if I can get my audio settings correct. So I probably should have done a longer game, but I don't see why I wouldn't take this pawn, right? Because he's going to take me if I don't take it. Ah, he quit. All right, that's enough chess. Or let's play one more game. I go here, play chess online. This guy wants a super fast game. All right, Pierre Joe. Why'd that guy quit? Hmm. I go like this. Oh, he took one of my pieces. See, the only thing with this is I can't really see my chat room. I'm in the middle of a chess game, though. After this, I'll try and bring it up. Uh, wow, that guy's pretty good. All right, now let me see if I can bring my chat up over here somehow. Or like view. Let's see. Tools, view, stats. What does that do? Let me go like this. How to view chat in OBS. YouTube streaming. All right, this guy's showing me how.
It's always been just the two of us. We were really happy.
Just watching ads in here.
Everyone, John here. Welcome to another OBS YouTube, and you're going to want to open up one of your streams. And you can see your chat here, but that's fine if you want to look at your chat here or if you want to look at it whenever you're streaming. But if you want to be able to bring this chat in, what you're going to want to do is click on the three dots. You're going to go to pop out chat. You're going to take this link up here in the browser, and you're going to do Control C to copy. And then we're going to go back to OBS. And what we're going to want to do is set up a custom doc, which I already have set up. But what you're going to want to do is go up to View, Docs, Custom Browser Docs. And as you can see, I already have one set up. So you're just going to give it a name. And then you're going to Control V to paste it and hit Apply. So what that's going to do is that's going to then populate that right here, just like how you see mine. Since I already had it set up, it didn't go and populate it, but it was already there. Now what we need to do is take this and bring it over here into our chat area. So we're going to find our source that we have for our chat, and I have mine labeled as YouTube chat browser source. So I'm going to right click, go to properties, and since it's blank, we're going to go and do Control V, hit OK, and there we go. So I'm going to type in here in the chat, I'm just going to say hi, and then there it is right there. So every time you have to stream,
He went too fast. This guy's showing me how to do he went too fast. Sign in. All right, I'm just signing into my little chat interface. Oh my god. Two-step verification. We're gonna get to... Yeah, this is going pretty slow. Oh, here comes FedEx. Okay. What did he do after that?
To our chat area. So we're going to find our source that we have for our chat, and I have mine labeled as YouTube chat browser source. So I'm going to right click, go to properties, and since it's blank, we're going to go and do Control V, hit OK, and there we go. So I'm going to type in here in the chat, I'm just going to say hi, and then there it is right there. So every time you have to stream, you have to go and set this up. So that's the only downside to it. So it's easy to set up. It's just tedious to have to constantly do it over and over and over again because the stream chat and everything changes every time you start a new stream. So that is the only downside to it, but that is at least your workaround for it. And obviously you can still go through the other stuff I've mentioned in my other video about the chat box where you can go and resize it and everything like that. So definitely go ahead and take a look at that video if you guys need any help with that. But I wanted to at least show you guys how to do the custom doc for the chat, especially for those of us who stream over on YouTube, because this is like the only way I've been able to figure a workaround for it. But if you guys know a workaround that works better, let me know in the comment section below. I'll give it a try, and if it works a lot easier and a lot better, I have no problem sharing it with everybody else and even using it for my own self. But anyways, if you guys are new to the channel and you're wanting to learn about the tech side of streaming, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, click the bell icon, make sure you like this video, and I'll see you guys either on a live stream here over on YouTube or in the next video. But thank you so much for watching, and take care.
This Nissan lineup goes where you take it. Vehicles built with power and control. Nissan, Consumer Guide's most awarded brand 5 years in a row.
Smart Share is pretty slick. What's next?
Just manifesting my future.
You can see it.
You not
All right, I figured it out. It's not that hard. All right, let's get into this, even though there's no one here. That's off. This is, like, interesting how it's the world's most, well, it's only been 10 minutes. World's most boring stream. All right, so what if you can go and edit this stuff after? You probably can. Man, so people sit here for like hours. Now, if I X this out, yeah, it keeps it over here so I can actually see it. All right, just figuring all this out. Now, let's get into USA Belgium. Why they lost. This is what this video is about. Now, in the future, I should probably just hit the ground running, but I just wanted to test out various things. Also wanted to see that the volumes are good and whatnot, but now I have some pictures here. So let's look at this. Okay. All right. It's 8 minutes and 30 seconds. 0-0. Game starts. Now, this is the first play where, let me just, well, I guess I could retweet it. That I'm live now on Twitter before I get into it. Maybe someone might click it on Twitter. So let's just go do that real quick. I think I can just do it on here. Twitter. I already tweeted this. So I want to take this. I want to go copied link. And you can't do, I think you can click on this, right? So I want to take this. I want to go copied link. All right, here we go. Tweeting out the link. World Cup 2026, FIFA, U.S. men's national team, USA versus Belgium, soccer, football, Messi. All right. Live now. It's all good. All right, here we go. And here's the screenshots. And I'm the only person in the chat just testing this out. Hello to myself. There it pops through. I guess it's got to be interesting when you got tons of people in your chat room. Personally, before I even start again, if anyone comes in, I will read all chats because I've been watching people streaming for a long time. And one of the biggest mistakes, I believe, is people ignore someone in the chat. You got to read every single message, at least when you're starting out. Reading every single message is key because it keeps everyone engaged who's participating. There's no one here right now, but you get what I'm saying. All right, here we go. Now, this is the timestamp that can start the video off, and I have no idea. I mean, once this uploads to YouTube, I wonder if you can, like, edit out large chunks in the beginning and the end. That would be convenient because you can do, like, I'm here, I'm starting, and then it's like, this is the main portion, and then, like, the end, you just, like, edit out the ends. You probably can do it. I don't know. All right. Why the USA lost to Belgium, and should they rehire Pochettino? The answer is no. They should not rehire Pochettino. And let's go through each goal. So it's 0-0. This is 8:30. Ball gets played out wide to Belgian player on the left-hand side. And basically, there's a ball that's popped up, and then this guy heads it to himself, or he heads it up, and the ball's in the air right now. This is the second frame. I'd love to just watch the entire video, but FIFA is laying the smack down and taking off everyone I think even like the most popular streamer had a 48-hour ban because he played like a 3-second clip of Mbappe. XQC got a 48-hour ban. I saw that headline. I've never watched him. So the ball gets popped up. I can't even see where the ball... Oh, here it is, right here. If you look at my mouse. The ball gets popped up right here. All right? Now, one thing that I always think about, which is definitely true, is that when you watch these games on TV, the pitch appears to be much bigger than it actually is in real life. However, I always think of the field. There's a field in New York. I don't know if no one's watching, but in New York, there's a field in Queens, St. John's University. That field is massive. So I guess you could say that these pitches are that size. I don't know if they're quite as big, but they're fairly big. But still, the 18-yard box is a small place. So, and I had criticism before of this team where it seems like, if you look here, and I'll use my mouse, all these guys in the box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys in the box. So every single player except for Balogun up top is literally inside the box, which to even get into that situation seems like something is going wrong tactically where everyone's getting squeezed back like that. And I did a whole YouTube short video. Actually, it was a regular length video where I talked about how the team was making defensive mistakes. The video is called like Pochettino's defensive mistakes will cost the U.S. World Cup. But that aside, and this play, this is completely irresponsible and out of the question that the ball gets popped up. So first header's here, and then we see Dest here, right? Now still the ball's in the air. Dest is flat-footed. If you look at his feet right here. I think this is Richards right here, right? One of these guys is Tillman. This is Tim Ream. Anthony Robinson, who's out on this flank here. All these guys look the same. But this is Dest right here. Just looking up at the ball, and there's another angle, I think. That's when the ball drops. But this is the picture. The ball's popped up. Now, what's crazy to me is that you're a pro player, the ball's popped up like this, and you don't have the instinct to immediately go for it. That's what I don't understand. Like, there should be no hesitation whatsoever. And I believe this is a coaching error, I guess you could say. Because basically it's like, let me see if I go like this. Yeah, there's still no one here. But basically the ball's popped up. Now, I wrote about this in my book where I didn't understand how to head the ball basically until the end of high school. Once I got to college soccer, basically the coaches programmed into me that whenever the ball is even close to where you are, that you can reach it, and it's in the air, you go for the header no matter what. It's not even a question. So that is kind of like what happened with Dest, that he missed this header. I see like it's kind of confusing. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that it's like, if this angle particularly, you looked at, he's facing forwards and the ball is coming up over the top of his head. But still, I think it should be programmed into him to at least jump. You got to, at the bare minimum, jump for it, but you got to get your head onto it. But instead, these two guys here, they're like maybe a little bit too far away. It's like, this is clearly his ball. It's coming right into him over the top. But he doesn't get there. He misses it. Ball drops. Not only does it drop, he's slow to the take here as well. This is like a major bag fumble, as the kids might say. So, like, even if you miss the header, you better make damn sure that you're going to, like, win the ball off the ground on the first touch. So, he fucks up the header, fucks up the touch on the ball to win it. And then that was it. Then this guy basically penetrates, everyone here. Inside the box, it's got to be like make a tackle. And then they score the first goal. All right, so then it gets equalized. Now we're on to the second goal. And this is like, I'm going to blame Pochettino on this one because, let me see if I can move this like that. It looks good like that. I blame Pochettino because, well, I talked about this in another video or a tweet or something. The training staff, like, there needs to be certain rules and guidelines set in stone by the coach, the assistant coach, where it's like, and a good parallel is talking about New England Patriots, players that play there always talk about the Patriot way. So there's got to be like some sort of guidelines with the men's national team. And I think there used to be where it's like, these are things that are just written in stone and like you need to abide by this. And one of them is heading the ball whenever it's close to you. You should already have that drilled into you by then. But, when you look at professional soccer, there's a lot of hype around professional soccer and professional club soccer and everything. But it's like, it's a different game in a way because like everyone's got skill. Everyone's super quick. So there's respect on the ball. So like playing a high press doesn't always work out tactically because guys have supreme confidence and skill with the ball. So then like even in like a environment like this, like the refs are calling everything, so slight contact is getting called. It's like it's more tactical. So you see players that are maybe less rugged in a sense, and that's where this whole debate between what we haven't seen the full evolution of academy systems in the United States and how they're going to develop players over the long run, whereas we have seen players coming up through college and playing through there and how they perform on the world stage. So it's trending downwards right now. But still being said, there's problems with college soccer as well. There's a lot of problems with it. But now let's look at the second goal. Get this Chewy bar. There's no one here who can eat my Chewy bar. All right, second goal. Now, this goal, the commentary, I think it's Stu Holden. He makes a criticism that it's a 1v2, right? So this one guy versus these two, and they both go for the ball, where what they should have done is like this guy comes up and presses this direction. He presses this direction over here, so the guy's nowhere to go. And you just shut him down that way. But the way this plays out is that they both come from this side over here. And he actually gets the cross through. So this was interesting too, because this guy's kind of just like in the space here. He's not really accomplishing much. Now, who's this? Is this Richards? This goal side of here. Tim Ream is like kind of ball watching. This guy's in a terrible spot because neither one of these guys is where they should be, which is like right on shoulder to shoulder with him. So he's behind Tim Ream and he's in front of Anthony Robinson. So the ball goes behind Ream, he can't get it. And the ball goes the same spot, Anthony Robinson can't get it. So the cross comes in. He's not going to be able to reach it. But they both get beat down the line. So this is kind of a mistake, but this is like tricky because it's like you got to have like perfect level communication to be like, you go left, I'm going right. Just screaming out, go left to Dest right here. So then Dest goes left like this, and then he's forced to go this way. But once this guy, I don't know who this is exactly, once he screams out, go left to Dest, he knows this guy's forced to go this way, so he, boom, wins a tackle. That's pretty tough to execute, but not out of the realm of possibility. Certainly for a team that's training together. It's kind of like a drill that you would practice. And what was the first goal was unacceptable. This one is like a drill you could practice. But they both end up going on the left side. He gets the ball across. Now it's in the air. It's right above the goalkeeper, right up here. And this is where, like I said before, Ream is out of position. Freese is useless here. Freese has got to get that out of the... It's like... Well... Yeah, Freese is just kind of like ball watching. Like, the ball's way too close. I feel like he should have come out and just, like, punched that away. At least tried to. But instead he ball watches. Now, this is hands on the back here with Ream. And he kind of falls down to the ground, but it was clean enough where they didn't call it. Anthony Robinson just completely ineffective on the back side there. Yeah, so this was like another disaster goal. So you've let in 2 goals that are like mistakes. Because you got numbers back. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really. So I guess you could say that Robinson's got to be responsible here, which is true. And then this guy's out of position as well, because who's watching this guy? They're like playing zone defense, but like you really want to be playing man-to-man. So you can be aware of who's next to you and who your man is, and then as the ball comes towards you, you're reacting to winning that 50-50. So putting yourself in the position to win the 50-50 man-to-man against the guy. But also, I mean, you can't glue yourself to the guy. If you're too close, then when he accelerates, he's going to beat you. So you have to have a little bit of distance so that you make it a competitive foot race, and you want to be able to be in the right position to win the ball. But this right here, mistake, tactical mistake, miscommunication. You'd probably want to... I mean, this is Dest again, right? Yeah, so Dest... I feel like even if he was more aggressive, because it's pretty complicated to ask this guy to yell out, go left. But if he yells out like, got support, then Dest knows he can make an aggressive tackle. And once he makes that tackle, this guy's waiting, and he can see like the missed tackle and react to like number 10 takes a touch past Dest. Like he's got to be there to win the ball. It's 2-on-1. So that's the second goal. They equalize in between then. And then now we're on to the final disastrous. So those, I mean, of the first two, the first one was bad, shouldn't have happened. Got to head the ball. Second one was pretty bad too, but I feel like it was a little bit more legit because this guy gets a cross off down the line, beating two guys, gets the ball in. It's kind of a dicey play in the box, like ball gets headed in. I feel like Freese is kind of at fault there as well, which I said, but all right, now we're on to the last one, and then we'll wrap up the live stream because I got things I got to do today. So now, this is like a ball played over the top. Is this Richards with the afro? I think it is. He gets beat. He gets beat badly because he's like slow. I wish I could just react in live footage, but I don't want the stream to get removed after I do it. Or get like a strike on my channel. And if you just tuned in, I keep looking over to this direction because that's where my second monitor is, but it doesn't matter. All right, ball's over the top. Freese has got to come out. All he's got to do is just win the ball. I mean, this right here is kind of, if you look at this exact frame, it looks as though the player from Belgium has the advantage because if you put yourself in his shoes, like the ball's pretty much right in front of him, bouncing in this moment where it's like, oh shit, I'm about to run onto this, chest it to myself, beat the keeper, and score a goal. Now in the next frame, you can see that the ball is moving quite a bit faster because it's advantage to Freese. And he takes a chest to himself with the wrong form because he kind of like settles it to himself. You can see the way his legs are planted. The back leg is planted. The front leg is like supporting him up. He's like chesting it to himself as if he's going to like turn backwards for some reason. But really what you want to do is just run out and powerfully do a scapular retraction and just go boom and just chest it way out in front of yourself. Particularly seeing that you have three guys on your team right in front of you. But instead he does a kind of like chest to himself for some reason. But I think you got to go with power here. Like, you know you're going to win it as the keeper. Just power it right in front of yourself. But he doesn't do that. Kind of folds. But even still, it's such an advantage that he has the ball. This is a crazy sequence of events. He has the ball in front of himself. So he's won, even doing a shoddy job of chesting. He's won the ball with no one in front of him. The Belgian player is now behind him, so he's got the whole field in front of himself. He's not under crazy pressure because even like the Belgian player, you can see his leg right here. Even if he just like jumps around and tackles the ball, like he doesn't have enough leverage to do anything. I feel as though these two players should be retreating behind the ball as well. They're kind of like frozen in time right here. When you're getting back and you're under duress, you're under pressure, you got to go back towards the net to defend the net. So they're kind of stuck here. And Ream is doing the correct move, which is going back towards the net because he's like, oh shit. Ream didn't do anything wrong here. So Freese takes a terrible touch, and then I don't know what the fuck this is. Just like stubs his toe on the turf, like way out of position. It's just like, I just woke up out of bed. I just run outside and I just try to like. It's almost like I woke up out of bed. You put me in the goalkeeper uniform, and my first play of the day is like this. It's like, oh shit, took a shitty touch to myself. Oh no, I'm half asleep. Now I just like stub my toe, and then it's like, what the fuck did I just do? So that was terrible. Then, yeah, the next frame. So these guys have gotten back a little bit, but not nearly enough. This guy should be back over at least like right here. Because if you look right when he's chesting it, they're thinking like, oh, he's got this. So in their position, like all you need to do is just chest forward and then just play a quick pass. But stubs his toe. And then Reem is going back. And then Reem actually, I don't have a freeze frame of it, but Reem botches the touch. It's played basically straight through here. We've all seen the clip like this. And then Reem takes it off like the outside of his boot, and it goes in the net. I guess you could criticize Reem here. He should be a little bit more upright, ready to just like ping the ball out with his instep. And the rule of thumb as a defenseman, defensive back, is to go high and wide. So if you can't go high, you go wide. If you can't go wide, you go high. That's what it is. So you never want to clear the ball down the center. So Reem, I guess, could have been more upright and just looking to just play the ball out of bounds to the left or the right. But instead, he kind of just like folds under the pressure and the ball goes in. And then it's 3-1, and basically the game's over from there. But yeah, that was the disastrous performance from the U.S. men's team. And basically from there, make myself bigger to end the stream. This is fun, though. Yeah, so that was the end of the game. I think Lukaku comes on and scores a fourth goal. And basically, from there, it's like game over. Oh, just to make some last comments. The game against Bosnia looked like what I would call the greatest men's league team of all time. So we all got excited because they beat Bosnia, but Bosnia didn't look all that great. They looked pretty good, though. And then Belgium goes on to lose to Spain, who wins the whole World Cup. So if the USA had won this match, let's say they came out way sharper, and they somehow beat Belgium, then they go against Spain. Do they have what it takes to beat Spain? You know, it's interesting because in the Bosnia match, they were playing well together in tight space, passing the ball. So I do think they had what it takes to beat Spain on like the best day. I guess Reem maybe a little bit too old. I also disagree with Pochettino's starting lineups, and so leading up to the World Cup, he just like mixed up the lineup 500 times in a row. And then he picks a lineup and sticks with it and doesn't mix it up again after that. I think maybe when Balogun got the red card overturned, it would have been interesting to start Haji Wright and then bring Balogun on 20 minutes in or something. I mean, I don't know how important it was to start him again. Yeah, I would have put Haji Wright in the game more. Aronson got minutes in the Turkey game and didn't look that great, so he didn't get more minutes. Gio Reyna was out of shape. He scored that goal, but he was way out of shape. He shouldn't have been brought on in this game either. Not the type of player to make an impact in a game like this. But yeah, Pochettino, I think he mismanaged a little bit. The expectations for like the team being disciplined on the ball, like they look good against Bosnia, and then to have such a bad collapse, you got to wonder like what is the reasoning behind? Like everyone can't come out and play that bad. And should Pochettino have made substitutions when it turned into as soon as it was 3-1, just like wipe out. Like you got to throw everything in there to see if you can win. But anyway, hopefully the stream quality is good enough.